President Biden's assault on business continues with a 3.8% tax proposal on pass-through businesses. Joining me now to talk about how damaging this could be for the sector is Kentucky Senator Rand Paul, top Republican on the Senate Small Business Committee. Senator, good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Tell me, what kind of impact do you think this is going to have on the economy?
Well, you know, we've had our economists look at this from the Small Business Committee perspective, and a tax as we're at the precipice of entering into a recession is a really bad idea. They say that this tax would affect about 2/3 of small businesses across the country. Over 8 million businesses would be affected by this. And this is really a challenge simply because, you know, Biden campaigned saying he wasn't going to raise taxes on people under $400,000. And it turns out this tax is going to affect a lot of people and probably cause a lot of unemployment. But anytime you're going into a recession, raising taxes is a bad idea.
Completely. And what frustrates me with this, when I served with you, we passed with President Trump a tax bill that cut taxes. And from that, Senator, we saw amazing growth, amazing opportunity. Wages rose, more money came into the federal coffers than when taxes were higher. And it's like Democrats completely refuse to see the benefits of reducing taxes, and they're hell-bent to continue to raise taxes, and especially on pass-throughs, which aren't the millionaires and billionaires, they're average business owners.
Well, this is something, it's a long-time debate going all the way back to the days of Reagan. When you cut rates, sometimes you get more revenue. So when we cut tax rates in 2017, we actually got more revenue. Right. We got a lot more economic growth, and that's why we got more revenue. That actually happened in the 1980s. Now, the left will say, well, the deficit went up. Well, yes, the deficit did go up both in the 80s and recently because Democrats and Republicans refused to hold the line on spending. But actually, the tax cuts themselves did increase revenue and made the economy, or allowed the economy to grow in a great fashion. And so we should be doing the opposite. If anything, going into recession, you would want to cut taxes, not raise taxes.
That's a really good point. So that's right. So more revenue came in, but the Congress spent more money, and so we had a bigger deficit. It wasn't about revenue. It was about spending. And I want to talk to you about spending because there are new concerns over Congress's new spending package that's going to advance a $250 billion China chips bill. That happened earlier this week. And so give me your take on this massive new spending bill, and will it help the American economy?
I'm against giving direct subsidies to big business. I think it's a mistake. Most of the companies who make chips in our country are wildly successful. Intel, NVIDIA. We shouldn't be taking taxes from poor people and giving it to rich corporations. That's the definition of corporate welfare. So we shouldn't be doing it. But if we want more chips to be made in our country, there are a couple things we could do. Lessen the regulations on the companies in our country and also lessen their taxes. I'm not against actually having special tax breaks for things that we need in this country. So if we need more chips, let's dramatically lower the taxes on the chips industry. If we need more pharmaceuticals and we're worried about the pharmaceutical supply chain being in China, let's give dramatic reductions in taxes. The reason I'm against subsidies is it's what happened with Solyndra and all these other government-created entities. When you give people money and you have no idea whether they're very good at managing the money or a business, sometimes you're just throwing it down a rat hole. If you give people a tax break, they only get it if they're successful. So a tax break is only good for a successful company because you have to make a profit in order to get a tax break. And so I think on the tax side of the ledger is a better way to do it than the subsidies. And the subsidies actually, to me, looks more like China than it does America.
You know, Senator, what bothers me about a bill like this is that the top line is we're going to spend a bill, we're going to give money away to have more chip production in the United States. And I think there's a lot of Americans who may agree with that. But that was $54 billion. This is a $250 billion bill. So what happens is all these senators, all these House members start to pork up the bill and expand it, and it becomes $250 billion. My frustration, too, is that this is not just Democrats. This is Republicans who are joining Democrats in this massive spending spree.
That's why I tell people when they ask me whose fault is the deficit or the debt, Republicans or Democrats, my answer is yes. You know, Democrats don't care at all. Some Republicans pretend to care, but only a few of us actually do. But the bottom line is whether this CHIPS bill is $50 billion or $250 billion, we don't have it. We got to borrow the money from China to give it to these chips manufacturers. It makes absolutely no sense at all. And realize that for our ordinary expenses, which is sort of Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, food stamps, and the military. Those big five were $1 trillion short of tax money to pay for those big five. So all this extra stuff they're piling on is borrowed, but that's what causes inflation, and that's the biggest concern right now for small businesses across the country.
Yeah, and to that point on inflation, I think Republicans lose the argument when they say, hey, listen, inflation is Democrats' problem. They have spent way too much money. But here, Republicans are joining Democrats in spending way too much money, number one. But also, number two, to go to the American people and say, you know what, elect me, I'm a Republican, and Democrats are really bad. They're horrible spenders, and I'm just not as bad as they are. Does that work? I mean,
well, this was the problem in the Georgia special runoff. The two Republican senators came out for $2,500 to everybody. Free checks, free money for everybody. Right. Donald Trump came out for it. But the thing is they wanted to call the Democrats socialist while being for $2,500 checks to everybody.
So right.
People are smart enough to say, hey, what's the difference between socialism and free checks for everybody? And so they destroyed their own argument.
Yeah, it is a really good point. And Senator, before I go, I want to just get your take on this. You've probably more than anybody in the Congress, you've dealt with political violence in your backyard, also leaving the White House, as we all recall a couple years ago. I want to ask you about Congressman Lee Zeldin. You know, yesterday he was attacked while on stage in upstate New York. How do we get this political violence under control?
Number one, you got to lock these people up. Every voter in New York, I don't care whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, you need to vote against the people in power. They let this guy go. He came at a governor's candidate with a knife, which could have killed him, and they let him go. He wasn't even kept overnight in prison. New York's letting these violent prisoners go. So you've got to get rid of the people in office, and you've got to put people in jail who are committing violence. In Louisville, we had a guy who writes for the Courier-Journal, one of our biggest newspapers. He tried to murder the mayoral candidate in Louisville. He spent 2 days in prison and got out. So we've got to lock up bad people. When you commit violent crime, you need to be locked up for a long time, and we need to get rid of all this revolving door with violent criminals. That's one way of trying to stop it.
Senator Rand Paul, all great points in this conversation, but the best one is lock them up. You do bad things, you are going to commit violence on your fellow neighbor, you get locked up, and you get locked up for a long time. I appreciate you joining me, Senator. Thank you.
Absolutely.